Today we are discussing the interview questions and answers for AWS Certified SysOps Administrator Associate. You can download the complete list of AWS based questions from the link provided in the description. Our interview question based on SysOps Administrator Associate is: how do you configure Amazon Route 53 health checks and failover routing for high availability? Your answer should be Amazon Route 53 health checks allows you to monitor the health of endpoints such as EC2 instances or load balancers and route traffic based on health checks status. You can configure health checks to perform periodic checks, define health check thresholds, and configure failover routing policies to direct traffic to healthy endpoints. Our next interview question is: what is AWS DMS, that is Database Migration Service, and how does it facilitate database migration to AWS? Your answer should be AWS DMS is a managed service that helps you migrate databases to AWS quickly and securely. It supports homogeneous and heterogeneous database migrations, including on-premises to AWS, AWS to AWS, and AWS to on-premises migrations with minimal downtime and data loss. Our next interview question is: how do you optimize data transfer costs between AWS regions and on-premises environments? Your answer should be data transfer cost between AWS regions and on-premises environments can be optimized by using AWS Direct Connect for dedicated and predictable network connectivity, enabling AWS data transfer acceleration for faster data transfer over long distances, and leveraging AWS Snowball for offline data transfer. Our next interview question is: what is AWS config rules remediation and how does it help maintain compliance and security? Your answer should be AWS config rules remediation automatically remediates non-compliant resources detected by AWS config rules to maintain compliance and security in your AWS environment. It allows you to define automated remediation actions such as resource deletion, tag enforcement, or configuration changes to address non-compliance issues automatically. Our next interview question is: what are AWS EBS Elastic Block Store volume types and how do they differ in terms of performance and cost? Your answers should be AWS EBS volume types include general purpose SSD, GP2, provisioned IOPS SSD IO1, cold HDD SC1, and throughput optimized HDD ST1. They differ in terms of performance characteristics such as IOPS and throughput and cost efficiency, allowing you to choose the appropriate volume type based on workload requirements. Our next interview question is: how do you implement cross-account access and resource sharing in AWS IAM? Your answer should be cross-account access and resource sharing in AWS IAM can be implemented by creating IAM roles with cross-account trust relationships, specifying permissions policies to define access permissions, and using AWS Resource Access Manager RAM to share resources such as Amazon S3 buckets or Amazon RDS snapshots across AWS accounts. If you are preparing for any AWS based certifications, you can download the complete list of valid, tried and tested questions and answers from the link provided in the description below.